100 English Sentences for Daily Life. Hello, my friend. Welcome to English Stories Podcast, a calm and simple place where you can learn English through real daily life, not through pressure or grammar rules. My name is your host, and in this lesson, we will learn 100 English sentences for daily life, spoken slowly, clearly, and repeated naturally, so you can listen, shadow, and speak with confidence. This lesson is designed especially for beginners at A1 to A2 level. If you feel that you understand English when listening but cannot speak, if you are afraid of making mistakes, or if you do not know what to say in daily conversations, this lesson is for you. Our goal today is very simple. First, help you understand basic English sentences used in everyday life. Second, help you practice speaking through the shadowing method. And third, help you feel confident describing a normal day in English from morning to night, without stress, without pressure, just real English for real life. Before we start, remember, you do not need to be perfect. You only need to speak. Even one short sentence is already progress. Now let us begin with a simple idea. Why should we practice speaking about daily routines? The answer is easy, because daily life is familiar. You do not need to think of ideas. You already know your life. You wake up, you eat, you work, you rest, you sleep. These actions happen every day, and because they are familiar, they are perfect for English practice. When someone asks you, "What did you do today?" you should not freeze. You should not translate in your head. You should be able to answer naturally. Today I woke up early, I had breakfast, I went to work, I came home. This is real communication, not a test. Practicing daily routines helps you think in English, reduce translating in your head, and build confidence step by step. Now we will practice using short and simple sentences. You can listen first, then repeat. Then shadow with the voice. Remember, short sentences are powerful. Now let us start with the morning. I wake up at 6 o'clock. I open my eyes slowly. I lie in bed for a few minutes. I stretch my body. I take a deep breath. I get out of bed. I make my bed. I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I take a shower. The water is warm. I feel fresh. I dry my hair. I get dressed. I choose simple clothes. I look in the mirror. I feel ready for the day. I go to the kitchen. I prepare breakfast. I eat breakfast at home. I drink a cup of coffee. I drink tea sometimes. I check my phone. I read messages. I check the time. I check my schedule. I plan my day. I feel calm in the morning. I leave the house. I go to work. I go to school. I walk to the bus stop. I take the bus. I listen to music. I look out the window. I think about my day. Now you see, these are short sentences, easy sentences, but they describe a real morning. You can say them slowly. You can repeat them. You can change the time. You can change the place. Now let us move to the afternoon. After lunch, I go back to work. I go back to my desk. I check my email. I reply to messages. I focus on my tasks. I have a meeting. I listen carefully. I take notes. I share my ideas. I feel a little tired. I take a short break. I drink some water. I drink tea. I eat a small snack. I stand up. I stretch my legs. I take a short walk. I feel better. I continue working. I study in the afternoon. I practice English. I watch a short video. I listen to English audio. I repeat the sentences. I shadow the speaker. I do not worry about mistakes. I learn little by little. The afternoon passes quickly. Now pause here. You can repeat these sentences. You can stop the audio and speak. Even one sentence is enough. Remember, Speaking short sentences is better than staying silent. Now let us continue with the evening and night. In the evening, I go home. I arrive home around 6. I feel relaxed. I change my clothes. I rest for a while. I cook dinner. I eat dinner with my family. We talk about our day. We share simple stories. I clean the kitchen. I wash the dishes. I tidy the room. I take a walk. I enjoy the fresh air. I watch TV. I read a book. I listen to music. I practice English again. I review what I learned today. I feel proud of myself. At night, I prepare for bed. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I set my alarm. I lie in bed. I think about my day. Today was a good day. I close my eyes. I fall asleep. Now you have listened to many sentences. These are daily life sentences, simple, clear, and useful. You do not need to memorize all 100 sentences. You only need to listen and repeat. Let them become familiar. This is how language stays in your mind. Now let me explain how to practice. First, listen to the sentence. Do not rush. Second, repeat the sentence out loud, even if your pronunciation is not perfect. Third, shadow the voice. Speak at the same time. Feel the rhythm. Feel the flow. You can practice alone. You can record your voice and listen again. You can practice in the morning by talking about yesterday and at night by talking about today. This is natural learning. This is stress-free learning. Remember, you are not studying English. You are using English to talk about your life. This is the key. If you practice 5 to 15 minutes every day, your confidence will grow. Your fear will disappear. And English will slowly become part of your daily life. Thank you for learning with English Stories Podcast. Come back tomorrow. Listen again. Shadow again. And speak a little more every day. Your English journey starts with one simple sentence today. Now let us move into the first part of today's practice, the morning routine. This is the beginning of the day, and it is also the easiest part to talk about because everyone has a morning. We will start with very simple vocabulary and short sentences. You only need to listen and repeat. Do not rush. Do not try to be perfect. Just follow the voice and speak slowly. I wake up at 6 o'clock. I wake up early. I wake up when the alarm rings. I open my eyes. I stay in bed for a few minutes. I lie in bed and stretch my body. I stretch my arms and my legs. I take a deep breath. I feel sleepy but calm. I slowly get out of bed. I make my bed. I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I take a shower. The water is warm. It feels good. I feel clean and fresh. I dry my hair. I put on my clothes. I choose simple clothes. I look in the mirror. I smile a little. I feel ready for the day. Now pause here. You can repeat these sentences. You can shadow the voice, speaking at the same time. This is how you build rhythm and confidence. Now we continue. I go to the kitchen. I prepare breakfast. I cook a simple breakfast. I eat breakfast at home. I eat bread and eggs. I eat rice sometimes. I drink a cup of coffee. I drink tea instead of coffee. I enjoy my drink slowly. I check my phone. I read messages. I check the news. I check my work schedule. I look at my calendar. I plan my day. I feel calm in the morning. I leave the house. I go to work. I go to school. I feel ready to start the day. Now, you have practiced many short sentences. These sentences are simple, but they describe a real morning. Now let us connect them into a short story. This is the sample morning story. Listen first, then repeat, then try to tell your own story later. I wake up at 6 o'clock every morning. I stay in bed for a few minutes and stretch my body. Then I get out of bed and go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and take a warm shower. After that, I get dressed and go to the kitchen. I prepare a simple breakfast and eat at home. I drink a cup of coffee and check my phone. I look at my schedule and plan my day. In the morning, I feel calm and ready for work. This is a complete morning story. Not long, not difficult, but very natural. The goal here is not speed. The goal is smooth speaking, connecting sentences together. Now let us move to the afternoon routine. The afternoon is usually busy, but we still use simple language after lunch. I go back to work. I go back to my desk. I turn on my computer. I check my email. I reply to messages. I focus on my tasks. I work on my projects. I attend meetings. I listen carefully. I take notes. I share my ideas. Sometimes I feel tired. This is normal. So I take a short break. I stand up. I stretch my body. I drink some water. I drink tea in the afternoon. I eat a small snack. I feel better. I take a short walk. I walk around the office. I go back to work again. I continue working until the afternoon ends. Now many learners stop here, but we add one important habit, learning English. In my free time, I study English. I listen to English audio. I watch a short video. I practice speaking. I repeat simple sentences. I shadow the speaker. I do not worry about mistakes. I learn slowly. Now let us put this into an afternoon story. Listen carefully. After lunch, I go back to work and check my email. I reply to messages and focus on my tasks. In the afternoon, I have a meeting and take notes. When I feel tired, I take a short break, drink tea, and eat a small snack. In my free time, I practice English by listening and repeating simple sentences. At the end of the afternoon, I feel satisfied with my work. This is enough. One or two sentences at the end are perfect. Now it is time for active practice. You can pause the audio or video here and try to speak by yourself. You can start with simple opening sentences. In the afternoon, I usually work at my desk. After lunch, I like to check my email, remember. Short sentences are okay. Even one sentence is good practice. Speaking is more important than being correct. Now we move to the last part, the evening and night routine. This is the time to relax. In the evening, I go home. I arrive home around 6 or 7. I change my clothes. I sit down and rest. I feel relaxed. I cook dinner. I eat dinner at home. I eat with my family. We talk about our day. We share simple stories. After dinner, I clean the kitchen. I wash the dishes. I tidy the room. I take a walk outside. I enjoy the fresh air. I feel peaceful at night. I read a book. I listen to music. I watch TV. I practice English again for a few minutes. I review what I learned today. I feel proud of myself. Before bed, I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I prepare my clothes for tomorrow. I set my alarm. I lie in bed. I think about my day. Today was a normal day, but it was a good day. I close my eyes and go to sleep. Now listen to this evening story. In the evening, I go home and rest for a while. I eat dinner with my family and talk about our day. After dinner, I clean the house and take a short walk. At night, I relax, practice English a little, and prepare for bed. I go to sleep feeling calm. This is daily life. English, real English, simple English. You can practice this every day, morning, afternoon, and evening. You can listen, repeat, shadow, and then speak by yourself. Remember, you are not learning English to pass a test. You're learning English to talk about your life. 5 to 15 minutes a day is enough. Come back and practice again. your confidence will grow slowly, and English will become a natural part of your daily routine. Now we come to the final part of today's lesson, and this is an important moment because you should stop for a second and realize what you have already done. Today, you listened to real English. You repeated simple sentences, and you spoke complete sentences about your daily life. Maybe they were short. Maybe they were slow, but they were real English. And that matters. You practiced talking about your morning, your afternoon, and your evening. You used English to describe waking up, working, resting, eating, and going to sleep. This is not textbook English. This is life English. And this is how real communication starts. Many learners think they need big words or perfect grammar. But you just proved that you do not. You only need simple sentences used every day. When you say, I wake up at 6 o'clock, I eat breakfast at home, I go to work, I practice English in my free time, you are already communicating. This is the foundation of confidence. Learning English through daily life is powerful because your life repeats every day, and every day you have a new chance to practice. Today you can talk about today, tomorrow you can talk about tomorrow. Yesterday you can talk about yesterday, one day at a time, one sentence at a time. This is how habits are built. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine tomorrow morning you wake up and you say out loud, I wake up at 6, I brush my teeth, I drink coffee. That takes less than 1 minute, but you already used English. In the afternoon, you can say, after lunch, I'll work and check my email. I have a meeting. Again, 1 minute. In the evening, before bed, you can say, I eat dinner, I relax, I go to sleep. This is a full day in English, only a few minutes, no pressure, no stress. If you do this every day, English slowly becomes natural, not something scary, not something heavy, but something normal. Many people fail at learning English because they try to do too much. They study grammar for hours. They memorize long word lists, and then they quit. Here we do the opposite. We do less, but we do it every day. One sentence today is better than 1 hour once a month. Consistency is more important than intensity. And this is the core message of English Stories Podcast. English is not a race. It is a daily walk, slow, calm, and steady. You do not need to remember all 100 sentences from this lesson. You only need to remember a few that feel useful to you. Maybe I wake up early. Maybe I feel tired in the afternoon. Maybe I relax at night. Choose sentences that match your life. Because when English matches your life, it stays in your mind longer. Now think about how you feel at this moment. Maybe you feel a little more confident. Maybe English feels a little less scary. That is progress. Even if it feels small, it is real. And progress grows when you repeat it. That is why we encourage you to come back and listen again. Repetition is not boring. Repetition is how the brain learns. Each time you listen, you will notice something new, a word, a sound, a rhythm. And each time you repeat, your mouth becomes more comfortable. Your voice becomes more natural. This is why shadowing works so well. You do not think too much. You just follow the voice, and your brain learns without stress. In the next videos on English Stories Podcast, we will continue this journey together. We will practice more daily life sentences. We will tell simple English stories. We will talk about routines, feelings, work, rest, and small moments in life, all spoken slowly, clearly, and designed for real beginners. If today you practice morning, afternoon, and evening routines, Next time you might practice talking about weekends, hobbies, or simple conversations with other people. Step by step, lesson by lesson, your English world becomes bigger, but still comfortable. Remember, you do not need to wait until you feel ready to speak. Speaking is what makes you ready. Mistakes are not problems. Silence is the real enemy. So speak, even softly, even slowly, even alone. Your voice matters. Your effort matters. Before we end, let me say this clearly. You are not bad at English. You just did not learn it the right way before. And now you are changing that. Thank you for spending your time learning with English Stories Podcast. Thank you for listening, repeating, and speaking with me today. If this lesson helped you feel calmer and more confident, please come back for the next one. And if you want to build a simple daily English habit, subscribe to the channel and learn with us every day. Remember, one sentence a day can change how you feel about English. See you in the next story.